sending the drunken boss lady home. Discovered the unknown side of the boss lady. Completely refreshed my understanding of her. The thing is like this. The company received a huge order this afternoon. The boss is in a good mood. Invite all company employees to dinner. In fact, the company I work for is not big. All employees add up to only a dozen people. But the dinner atmosphere is very good. Because of happiness. Everyone got drunk very quickly. Chu Yang. Thank you for your hard work. Send Su Ting home. Boss Lu Jian looked at me drunkenly. I still have some things to deal with. That's when I discovered. All my colleagues have already left. On site. Only the boss Lu Jian and secretary Lu Qian are left. And the boss lady. Su Ting and me. And at this moment. Su Ting is sleeping soundly on the table. As the words fall. Lu Jian helped his colleague Lu Qian to leave with a smile on his face. Of course knowing that Lu Jian is not going to handle work at all. But I just can't figure it out. On appearance. Su Ting is not as good as Lu Qian at all. Even Su Ting is more sexy and charming than Lu Qian. Maybe Su Ting just doesn't suit Lu Jian's taste? But think about it carefully. Lu Jian is really ungrateful. It is understood that Lu Jian was. That's so poor. If it weren't for Su Ting's help. How could he really answer those words today? Men become bad when they have money. But what can be done? This is how the world is now. The landlady has gone home. Take back your thoughts. I came to Su Ting. Try to wake it up. It's a pity. No matter how I shout. She didn't even respond. It seems like she is really drunk. What should I do? Final. I had to carry her to the roadside. 10 minutes after taking a taxi. Finally arrived at Su Ting's house downstairs. But she had no intention of waking up. In desperation. I could only pick it up again and walk towards the door of the unit. Fortunately. The community where Su Ting's home is located has an elevator. Otherwise. It will definitely tire me out. With a ding. The elevator stopped on the 15th floor. And my mission is about to be completed. At this moment. Su Ting actually reacted. I know she wants to vomit. Boss lady. Just hold on. I quickly picked up Su Ting. Rushed to the elevator door. But Su Ting made a feint. Then I sent Su Ting home. But don't wait for me to close the door. Su Ting actually vomited. I wipe. I cursed secretly. Push her away subconsciously. But soon it started to feel wrong. But it's too late. Su Ting fell heavily to the ground. And vomit mixed with alcohol. It was all over her body. Fortunately, my body is clean. Boss lady. Are you okay? I quickly squatted down. Check it carefully. After all, Su Ting. But my boss lady. If something happens to her. I really can't afford to pay. But I blame myself in my heart. I shouldn't have pushed her away just now. It hurts so much. Su Ting grinned and rubbed the back of her head. But soon she fell asleep again. Fortunately it's okay. I'm secretly happy in my heart. If I hold back the pain. The task of moving Su Ting to the sofa is completed. Think of this. I'm ready to run away. But I think of what happened to Su Ting. There is some pity in my heart. Normally. Lu Jian will definitely not come back tonight. If I leave directly. Su Ting will definitely sleep like this until dawn. Putting aside the discomfort of vomiting. Based on the current weather conditions. If I sleep like this until dawn. Su Ting will probably catch a cold due to cold. Think of these. I turned around and returned to Su Ting. Help her deal with vomit. But suddenly. I actually feel that she is so beautiful. For a while. My mouth is dry. Keep swallowing saliva. After a long time. I finally calmed down and got ready to leave here. Husband. I think at this moment. Su Ting grabbed my hand fiercely. I didn't pay attention. She was actually pulled back. Immediately afterwards. What should I do if there is a hint of sweetness in my mouth? My thoughts are in chaos. But I'm still struggling. Don't let Su Ting succeed. Of course. It's not that she's not pretty enough. But in my opinion. Su Ting is probably drunk at this moment. You mistook me for Lu Jian. If you take advantage of someone's danger and do something ridiculous, it's hard to end in the end. But what I didn't expect was that Su Ting, who seems weak, is actually stronger than me. Soon, I took the upper hand. No matter how much I struggle, none of them have any effect. This is so fucking embarrassing. Finally, after a long time, I gave up the struggle. At the same time, Su Ting's hand began to slide down. I secretly screamed bad. If it continues, something big will happen for sure. Don't let me stop you in a hurry. Su Ting. There are some things you absolutely cannot do. It's a pity that I resisted. Has no effect. A few minutes later, my defense was once again captured by Su Ting. She really understands men. When I got to the back, I actually forgot to resist. Even looking forward to being. In fact, since I came to the company, I just think she's beautiful. So to speak. Until today. Su Ting is the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. I swear secretly in my heart, I must find Su Ting. Such a woman becomes a wife. I never thought that my dream would actually come true today. But I hugged Su Ting, feeling extremely complicated. Lu Jian, what if he knew about this? Will definitely kill me. What's more important? Will Su Ting be okay after she wakes up? I want to leave quickly. Think of this. I quickly pushed Su Ting away. Get ready to escape from here. But at this moment, Su Ting actually touched her. Come close to me. He hugged me directly. What to do? I'm anxious. Big beads of sweat fell down. So long. Su Ting's drunkenness has passed. Will Lu Jian suddenly come back without him? Damn. Various factors indicate I must leave as soon as possible. Otherwise, if you are caught, do it. Even if Lu Jian is not hacked to death, I'll probably have to sit in jail. In this case, my life is ruined. No. Never let this happen. I pay close attention to Su Ting. Always ready to escape. Finally, after half an hour of hard work, Su Ting's breathing became evener. If the guess is correct. At this moment, Su Ting has already entered a deep sleep. Now I gently push Su Ting away. Get up and prepare to escape, my dear, where are you going? At this moment, Su Ting's voice sounded, and his hands fell to my waist. Broken. I can't run away this time. I was stunned on the spot. Don't dare to move at all, hold hands, go to the bathroom. I tremblingly broke away from Su Ting. Then he got up and left. Time is tight. If you don't leave, you won't be able to leave. Wait. Just when I thought I had escaped successfully, Su Ting blocked her again. I want to go too. Talking. Su Ting sat up. At this moment, my whole body trembles. Don't dare to look back at all. Chu Yang, Su Ting came over. He pointed at me in shock. How are you? This them. My heart suddenly tightened, suddenly. At this moment I just hope he doesn't remember what happened just now. Answer me. Su Ting didn't answer when she saw me. His tone became colder. Why are you here? I know Su Ting is very angry at this moment. Fortunately, there is no knife in my heart. Otherwise, he will definitely be chopped alive. I asked you if you were drunk. The boss asked me to take you back. I answered carefully. Then he lowered his head. Don't dare to look him in the eyes. Because innocence is very important to women. And I understand better. Su Ting is not a casual woman. Are you saying Lu Jian didn't come back at all? Su Ting stared at me, face full of disbelief. I nodded. Continued. Boss lady. If nothing happens, I'll leave. Leave this sentence behind. I turned around and walked out the door. Must leave as soon as possible. Otherwise, wait for him to react. Things will be difficult to handle. Chu Yang, Su Ting stared at me fiercely. Looks extremely ugly. Put it this way. The person I just had a long chat with. That's you, right? Damn it, Su Ting's reaction was too fast. But think about it carefully. I was forced from beginning to end. Even if he wants to be held accountable, you can't blame me entirely. Think of this. I feel a lot more at ease. But if he is unreasonable, Give me a random hat. Ask me. I was so depressed that my face turned red. Can't say a word. This matter is a bit difficult to handle. I can't say that what happened just now was forced on me by him, right? Will anyone believe this if I tell you this? What are you? Su Ting said harshly. I really didn't expect you to be such a gentle person. No. I want to call the police. You said. He picked up the phone and prepared to call the police. Can't call the police. Think of this. I rushed over. Take the phone from his hand. Begged. Boss lady. You were drunk just now. Mistook me for the boss. I think you are so beautiful. I really can't hold it back. Just please. Don't call the police. Otherwise I will be ruined. As long as you don't call the police. You can do anything you want me to do. By the way, I just graduated not long ago. Never even been in love. There are elderly parents at home. If you are caught, the rest of my life will be ruined. But Su Ting's face was still cold. I'm really worse than a pig or a dog. Boss lady. Please give me a chance to be a new person. I slapped my face hard. Repent devoutly. Face full of snot and tears. The best way to do this is to get Su Ting's understanding. Hee hee. Su Ting put down the phone. Sneered, now I know I was wrong. What did you do early? But it's okay if you want me to let you go. You must promise me something. Her face is no longer cold. I know things are slowing down. The old man promised, and as the words fell, I nodded quickly. Promise. Don't say 1 piece is 100 pieces. I don't agree at all. For a while. I feel like a licking dog. There is no way. If Su Ting is unhappy, call the police directly. The rest of my life is ruined. Remember what you said today. Su Ting smiled, pointing to the door and saying, You go. What's going on? I looked at Su Ting in confusion, the boss lady. You haven't said what happened yet? To be honest, I really can't figure it out. Why did Su Ting let me go so easily? After all, most girls are looking for life and death when encountering this kind of thing. Are you leaving? Su Ting's tone became cold again. If you don't leave, I'm going to change my mind. This fucking woman is turning her back on her. It's really faster than flipping through a book. Heard this. I don't have time to think too much. Rush out the door immediately. After returning home, I tossed and turned. Can't sleep. One morning, I have dark circles under my eyes. Rushing to work feeling anxious. Lu Jian came very early, but didn't change clothes. I know he didn't come home at all last night. At 10 o'clock. Su Ting is finally here. When passing by me, he also looked at me. I can feel that he means no harm to me. And Lu Jian treats Su Ting as usual. But I understand that everyone doesn't say it. But they are all evil-minded. After a few days, nothing strange. And Su Ting did not put forward any conditions. How strange. I even thought it was over like that. But it turns out, I'm too naive. This day, Lu Jian decided to travel to other provinces to discuss cooperation projects. Before leaving, he told us to work hard. What a coincidence. Lu Jian is feeling unwell. I just took a week's sick leave. Congo guessed it right. Lu Jian will definitely be with Lu Qian next. I don't know if it's a business trip or not. Getting off work soon. Damn it. Close your eyes and meditate on the chair. Chu Yang, come to my house after get off work. At this moment, Su Ting suddenly appeared. Whispered to me. What does he mean? Lu Jian is away on a business trip. What does he want to do? Could it be that Su Ting likes me? Impossible. This is absolutely impossible. He is so beautiful. The family is rich. How could you possibly like me? Right. It must be that condition, soon. Su Ting left the company. Colleagues also went home one after another after Su Ting left. But what exactly did Su Ting ask me to promise him? I sat at my desk and thought about it carefully. Half an hour passed. I have no clue at all. In desperation, I rushed to Su Ting's house slowly. You are here. After opening the door, Su Ting said enthusiastically. Wash your hands and eat quickly. What's going on? Did he ask me to come over? Just to eat? I looked at Su Ting in confusion. By the way, Su Ting's legs are very cool and slender at this moment. I help you. For a moment, I was stunned. Even the blood in the body has begun to boil. What are you doing standing still? Su Ting smiled. Come in quickly. Finished. She turned around and went into the kitchen. Snort. I nodded. Then I went to wash my hands. Then I returned to the table and sat down. But through the glass door, Su Ting's graceful figure keeps shaking in the kitchen. For a while, I can't help but think about it. What are you thinking about? Soon, Su Ting came out with the food. It's time to eat. Her face is filled with a gentle smile. As the words fall, Su Ting returned to the kitchen again. I help you. I know there's food in the kitchen. Bite off. He quickly got up and followed Su Ting into the kitchen. Just wait. Su Ting looked back and smiled. He picked up the plate and walked over. How can this be so embarrassing? Give it to me. I quickly reached out to take the plate in Su Ting's hand. The next second my body felt like an electric shock. Yes. While taking the plate, my hand touched Su Ting's and it felt like an electric shock. Could it be that I fell in love with Su Ting? To avoid embarrassment, I sit back at the dining table. But there are so many thoughts in my heart. Try this, Su Ting. He smiled and gave me a piece of meat. I'm not good at cooking. You make do with what you eat. Then I started eating with Su Ting. During this period, she kept picking up food for me. I got a feeling. She seems to like me too. But this argument simply cannot stand up to her. After all, I'm just a poor boy. Su Ting is so beautiful. How could you like me? Boss lady. You let me come over. Is it just for eating? Think before and after. Hesitate again and again. I still asked. Haha, Su Ting smiled jokingly. Otherwise, why do you think I asked you to come here? Talking. Her eyes slowly slid down from my face. Suddenly my cheeks were hot. She quickly lowered her head. Finished clearing the table. I followed Su Ting to the living room. And she actually sat down next to me. Could it be that she didn't want to do it? Although I like her very much. But anyway. Su Ting is a married woman. Boss lady. It's getting late. It's time for me to go back. I stay sane. Try to suppress the boiling blood. Don't let yourself do anything deviant. Finished. I stood up and said goodbye to Su Ting. After all, it's getting late. If a man and a woman alone live together, something might happen. The last time Su Ting was drunk was a good example. I don't want that to happen again. Stay tonight. Su Ting took my arm. Can't bear to look at me. Suddenly a soft and comfortable feeling flooded into my heart. Boss lady. Don't do this. My whole body trembles. Teeth chattering. Nothing can be said at all. To be honest. As an adult. Of course I know what Su Ting means. But it's important to figure out her intentions before. Never let the situation slip again. What happened last time until now? I still have lingering fears. Stop pretending. Su Ting looked at me jokingly. Even though you say so. But your body has already betrayed you. Yes. Being approached by such a beautiful woman like her. If the body does not respond, that's probably a problem. I quickly defended. But the words haven't been spoken yet. Su Ting's mouth has been pressed up. See this scene. I couldn't help but close my eyes. Immediately, the sweetness enters the mouth. Although I resist tenaciously. But she still succeeded. Think about it carefully. Lu Jian often goes on business trips under the guise of hanging out with Lu Jian. And Su Ting can only guard the empty room alone. I know. At her wolf-like age, she simply couldn't bear it. Maybe she longs for someone to love Su Ting and be my woman. After finishing, I held Su Ting in my arms. Said sincerely. Although I have no money. But I can guarantee that I will definitely love you more than Lu Jian. Since I came to the company, I often peek at Su Ting. Because she is really beautiful. In my heart. Su Ting is simply a goddess. Really. Su Ting is doubtful. She looked at me. The bright eyes keep blinking.